In your research, you've studied oil-producing countries that have defaulted on their public debt. Could you talk a little bit about what you've learned?
So the first thing is that people think that these countries don't hold debt, but they do. And people think that because they're very rich, even though they hold debt, they always have an ability to repay. So they will always repay their debt. But we see that this is not the case. We see that there are countries that actually hold large amounts of external public debts, and they actually default on them. And they're very big oil producers.
And could you give some examples of these oil-producing countries that have defaulted, and maybe a few that haven't defaulted?
So among developing countries, we looked at the top 35 net oil exporters from 1979 to 2010, and all but 8 of them have defaulted on their debt during that period. So some examples are Argentina, Sudan, Iran, Iraq, Russia, Mexico, Egypt. And over that 30-year period that we look at, the amount of time in default that they've spent ranges between 2 years and 25 years. And in terms of those that have not defaulted, there's Saudi Arabia, the Arab Emirates, Kazakhstan, and Oman.
And what did you find is the effect of having oil on sovereign risk?
So the most interesting thing is that it can have 2 different effects, one in the short run and another one in the long run. So in the short run, we see that countries that have oil have a higher ability to repay. So basically, if you can extract more oil from the ground, then you can sell that in international markets, and that will help you repay your debt. However, in the long run, we see that the effect is the opposite, because the fact that you have more oil underground makes you feel more comfortable about going into autarky, into financial autarky. And what does that mean? Going into financial autarky means that you are excluded from international financial markets. You cannot borrow and lend in them. So basically your consumption, your domestic consumption, depends only on your domestic income.